بل-المتكبرين واجتثثت وشو
بازوی قدرتمند آفندهای ارتش در این روزها. پهپاد آرش که در سال رونماییش در جریان رزمایش ارتش از سواحل مکران پرتاب و 1400 کیلومتر دورتر در کویر مرکزی ایران در منطقه رزمایش هدفهاش رو نقطه زنی کرد. برای شلیکش نیاز به پرتابگر خاصی نیست. میتونه از روی یک کشنده در خشکی و یا از روی یک شناور پرتاب بشه. وزن قابل توجه سرجنگی این پهپاد رو به سلاحی کارآمد علیه اهداف در عمق خاک دشمن تبدیل کرده. پهپاد اصلی ترین پهپاد ارتش در موجهای مختلف عملیات وعده صادق 4 بود که سرزمین‌های اشغالی و پایگاه‌های تروریست‌های آمریکایی رو بارها و به دفعات مورد اصابت قرار داد. حالا این شب‌ها پهپاد آرش پای ثابت حملات ارتش به پایگاه‌های تروریست‌های کودک‌کش آمریکایی است.
Watching the world burn, watching the world burn. July 24th, 2026. So I'm thinking about switching careers, man. Coming out of retirement. I'm gonna become a weatherman here in Florida. Because I got the ultimate forecast. Hot. Damn hot. Continued hot. Be hot tomorrow. Hot the next day. Continued hot probably for the next month or 2 or 3. There you go. That's the ultimate weather forecast. I know that I'm more accurate than weathermen. It's supposed to be raining right now. I don't see hardly any clouds in the sky. Oh, just wanted to talk about that. Here's a topic for you. I thought this was interesting. The Iran military budget is $10 billion per year. And they're blowing the hell right now out of Jordan. They've launched on Jordan, pretty big missile strike, and they're hitting Kuwait pretty hard right now with missiles and drones. And it appears that we have no air defenses left whatsoever in either of those locations in the Middle East. So on a $10 billion budget, they've defeated the United States, who has a $1.5 trillion military budget. Imagine that. You think there's some waste and fraud in our system? And look at Russia. I don't know what percentage their military budget is, but it's nowhere near 1.5 trillion. I can guarantee that. And because their industry is nationalized, you know, they don't have to pay Lockheed Martin or Raytheon or, you know, Northrop Grumman or any of these big contract companies that all they do is just make a huge profit. They streamline their production lines just to serve the military. In fact, a lowly private in the, I don't know what that was. Something was hanging out there. But a lowly private can change what is manufactured for the battlefield. And that's the way it works from the bottom up to get to their military industrial base. Whereas in the United States, that's all done by corrupt congressmen who do nothing but get kickbacks and huge, man, we got one hell of a bird. That's a woodpecker. I don't know if we can get him on the video. He's kind of high up. No, he took off. He was That's a big woodpecker. Holy moly. Anyway, we're going to get a sit-down portion of the video. I just wanted to get that out. I'm going to tell you what. If you watched my last video where I got lost in the woods, it was a good 4-hour hike, maybe 5. I was thinking of Gilligan's Island. A 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. And if you've never watched Gilligan's Island, you ought to just check out some old episodes. But I loved it. You know, the skipper to Marianne, and then it goes on from there. Millionaire and his wife, a movie star, the professor and Marianne, here on Gilligan's Island. I was just thinking of that as I was hiking around the woods. So I came out today. I thought, well, I'll just do this is one of my favorite hikes. I had to turn around way before I could finish the hike. I'm still recovering from being lost in the woods. Anyway, we'll get to sit down portion here in just a minute. Peace out, stay free, stay frosty. Talk to you in a sec.
در صورت عملی شدن تهدیدات آمریکا در خصوص نیروگاه‌های ایران بلافاصله اقدامات تنبیهی انجام خواهد شد. همه نیروگاه‌های برق، زیرساخت‌های انرژی و فناوری اطلاعات رژیم صهیونیستی و شرکت‌های مشابه در منطقه که سهامدار آمریکایی دارند به طور کامل تخریب خواهند شد. ما برای دفاع از کشور و منافع ملت خود دست به هر کاری خواهیم زد.
All right, I haven't got much of a video for you today. Got a few clips. Oh, by the way, the France and the UK have evacuated their embassies in Tehran. And the IRG, well, I call him the IRG spokesman, or Syed. He just put a post up that the Gulf countries, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, and Bahrain, and there was a 5th one, that they need to evacuate immediately. So looks like we might be getting ready to drop a nuke on Iran. God, I hope not. This is Mario in the fall. Satellite images appear to confirm that Iranian strikes hit Ali al-Salem Air Base in Kuwait hard. Multiple troop housing buildings look like they've been completely destroyed. And we got a video. Let's watch that now. All right. The next post is reporter, is Russia helping Iran target the United States troops? Lavrov, nice hairstyle. And there's a video here, and I don't know. I'll go ahead and put it in. All right.
Helping Iran target U.S. troops.
Nice hairstyle.
I like this one. I don't know if I'll put this video in, but I just like, this is a person that calls himself the Real Fly. And he says they quite literally don't give a F-U-C-K. They'll try to trick boomer retards into believing the commies are coming. I just love that phrase, boomer retards. I swear, the boomers are retards, aren't they? Most of them. I mean, there's a few that, but you know, they still believe that we're winning in Iran and Ukraine is defeating Russia. You know, if you're a boomer. Anyway, I'll put this video in.
You look at our polls and you look at the condition of the economy, and this is the one for midterms we look at closely, and that is excellent or good, 24%, only fair or poor, 76%. And that has got to have Republicans, Senate and House, concerned.
Oh, absolutely, Brett. And the truth is, there's not much good news for Republicans in this whole poll we did. You know, underwater on the economy, as you showed, underwater on affordability. Those two issues are front and center for sure. Republicans have a little bit of a lead on national security and, I guess, law enforcement, but everywhere you look, Republicans are down. Now, there is a bit of good news. As you mentioned, the redistricting will help them with seats in the House, and they will probably need every one of them they can get from that.
Because I'm curious. I haven't seen these videos myself, so we'll put them in the video right here. Okay. One of 3 oil tankers lured by child-killing hate of mine exploded and caught fire. Only 2 immediately turned back. Says Hormuz remains under Iranian control and closed as long as U.S. aggression continues. Warns the U.S. stop playing with general global energy security. So if we got a video here of this. The Iranians, they just hit, not too long ago, I want to say it might have been yesterday. Anyway, they hit 2 tankers that we were pushing to go through. Well, one of them was on fire. I got a video of it right here. Let's watch that. Okay, let's keep going. This is Ryan Razbiani. Tasnim News confirms hostile targets enter terrain's airspace as air defense opens fire. The skies over Tehran are active again. The war just expanded. And we got a video here. We'll put that in. If you didn't know, Iran shot down quite a few of our drones from what I understand. And our drones, Iranian drone is $10,000. Ours are, I don't know, 16 million, 300 million. As with everything in our military. A toilet seat costs $1,000 in our military. I bet in Iran they don't cost that much. This is Jason Hinkle. Iran just destroyed Trump's most important military base. And I have watched this video. It's pretty good. Let's watch Jason Hinkle. He's getting to be quite controversial. I don't know if he wants to come back to the United States. I've seen him over in Russia, and I'm not sure if this is from Iran or not. Last I think he was in Iran. Let's watch that video.
If you don't believe me that Iran is destroying U.S. bases right now, take a look at this heat map. This is the Muwafaq Salti Air Base in Jordan, which you can see at least 60 different impacts from Iranian ballistic missiles and drones just over the past few weeks. As you probably know by now, a recent Iranian strike on this very air base resulted in the unaliving of 3 American soldiers and the injuries of dozens more. But this map shows something different. If Iran wants to, they could make this base completely inoperable within the next few weeks. They could probably do it within a day if they really tried. Oh, and I do have to admit that this map was published 3 days ago, and since then, we've had 2 more Iranian impacts at the Muwafaq Salti Air Base, which hit fighter jet hangars and important warehouses on the base. And we also have more unidentified targets, which are hit here, you can see in this image. And the US has tried to hide this stuff. They have blurred out all of the satellite images for their other bases in the Gulf, particularly during the Ramadan war against Iran. And I'm left wondering, how many of those bases, after dozens and dozens of days of strikes repeatedly by Iran, are still operable? I can't imagine any of them are. But the Muwafaq Salti Air Base in Jordan is very important for one big reason. Because of the fact that it's 900 kilometers or 560 miles away from Iran, the US used this as a central hub for its operations in the Middle East. The US knew it couldn't store all of its most precious fighter jets right on Iran's doorstep, so they chose a location a bit further away. The Muwafaq Salti Air Base hosts all of the US most precious fighter jets and surveillance drones, and you gotta wonder now, with the war about to tip off once more, what is the US going to do? Especially considering it seems like its most important airbase is no longer in operation.
Okay, and then this will be the end of the video. We're going to do Russian snipers hurt Ukrainian Baba-Yaga heavy hexacoppers. Someone might have thought that with the proliferation of drones, snipers would no longer be needed. These soldiers prove otherwise, and we got a video of that. All right, that's it. Just a short video today. Peace out. Stay free. I'm glad I got to rest on the way back. Man, I brought a lot of water today. And we'll see you on the next one. Oh, and forgot. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I am the Burn channel on Rumble and BitChute. I am the Burn Report on Telegram and YouTube, and I am that CyberSec guy on X.
Who just lost a Republican primary can tell you the president enjoys wide popularity among Republicans, and there's wide support for this war among Republicans, even though I'm very much against the war. And so I think that's still what's happening. There's a base, there's Fox News that's on TV every day trying to glorify this war and show that it's a great thing. Eventually, I think people's pocketbooks are going to impose reality on them, and they're going to quit watching Fox and pay more attention to the gas prices. But we're already seeing that with farmers. And that's why you've got this $12 billion bailout. This is basically they're trying to buy the farmers off in time for the election with this $12 billion bailouts. They're saying, we're sorry, we know we basically wrecked your farm through high fertilizer prices, high diesel prices, and high equipment prices. So here's $12 billion. Please don't punish us in the midterms. All right, thanks.
All right, well, Chris Martinson, he's been staying on top of the gas equation. If you want to get the latest on what's going to happen with the future oil prices and all of that, definitely go to his X account, and he's got all the latest and greatest there. But he just put up a chart. It says that the Northeast has smashed record highs for fuel prices. So, and of course, with that, he's predicting inflation's going to get much worse. I don't see how it could get better. So I don't know what Trump, the only thing I can think of is Trump wants a global depression That's the only thing I can think of. That's why I call him the Antichrist. I believe it's deliberate at this point that he really wants the entire world to go into a global depression. Because last I heard, the Saudi oil is not coming out of the Bab-el-Mandeb. I think I got that right. Because of the Houthis, or the Yemen fighters. And then, of course, we got very little traffic going through, if any, of Strait of Hormuz. So that pretty much shuts down the entire Middle East oil structure. And then if Trump does hit Iranian infrastructure, which, like I said, those embassies closing down, it could be just around the corner. Then Iran says they're going to light up the entire Middle East. And that'll put the gas and everything offline. It'll also topple the Saudi government. It'll topple the Kuwaiti government. It'll topple the UAE government. Last I heard, the King of Jordan was in the UK. I don't know if he's planning to go back to Jordan. Maybe he's just vacationing. I don't know what's up with that. But in Bahrain, that government will go away, because that'll mean the water desalination plants. And right now, I can tell you, I've been over there. I was over there in 2003. You think it's hot here in Florida? It's over there. I guarantee you it's hotter than it is here. And you need lots of water to survive in the Middle East. And without those water desalination plants, none of those places are habitable. Whereas, and of course, we've already hit the Iranian desalination plant. So, but from what I understand, Iran has more, but they also have natural water supplies. You know, that's a very mountainous, very large country. So we'll see what happens. Things just keep coming along, don't they? Watching the world burn, watching the world burn. Oh, yeah.
If we went into Iran, I think that we will lose everybody we send in. The more that we send in, the more that we'll lose. And the Iranians have been very open about saying so, that, you know, come on in. We welcome you. And in this era, because the only way we could get troops in there wouldn't be by ship. So the idea of just having battleships pounding Karg Island or Keshem Island, and then landing Marines in landing craft or these tracked amphibious vehicles, that can't happen, because we can't even bring our ships through the Strait of Hormuz or near the Strait of Hormuz. So it would have to be by Ospreys, which would be the first option. And so an Osprey is a twin-engine tilt rotor that takes off the wings turn vertically, and the two gigantic sets of propellers lifted straight up. Then these nacelles go forward, and it flies like an airplane. Why that's important is they fly twice as fast as a helicopter and twice as far, almost twice as fast, but their range is much greater. That's what we have on our amphibious ships offshore, these Ospreys. But they only carry 24 Marines and 4 crew. So 28 Marines are on this aircraft. Anybody with a shoulder-launched anti-aircraft missile, a man-pad missile, can take that under, can fire on that very easily. While it is coming in, it has to transition from forward flight to hovering mode, and it's a big target then. It would be fine if you were fighting in Venezuela or Grenada or maybe Libya. But against Iran, it's a suicide mission, because they've prepared these islands for years.
Well, second turtle I've seen today. I almost stepped on him. I didn't see him until the last second. He doesn't seem to be moving. I hope he's okay. Well, I'm going to go on around him. Yeah, he's okay. All right, good. All right, on the way back, always got to add something to the video. So Iran just put out, we're housing the B-1 bombers in the UK. I don't know if Iranian missiles can reach the UK, but they just said that that's become a legitimate target if those bases are used to bomb Iran, that's the nature of war. It would be a legitimate target, that's for sure. Anyway, the other thing that people are pointing out quite a bit. You know, we're using up all of our weapons supply on Iran just because Trump wanted to go to war for Israel. You know, I don't know what Israel has on Trump. Must be something in the Epstein files, would be my guess. And also that legislation that's going to merge the Israeli military and the United States. I believe it's advanced past Congress. I don't know if it's on Trump's desk or yet or not. So that'll give Israel access to all of our satellite, all of our secrets, all of our weapons, plans. You know, they no longer have to steal that stuff like they did when they stole the atomic bomb from the United States. We're just going to give it to them now. And I imagine we'll probably have some Israeli generals over top of the U.S. military at some point. That'd be interesting. All right, so I just thought we'd punch in and get the latest news on that, about the UK being a legitimate target. So I'll just keep scanning the news on the way back. If I get some more, we'll add it to the video. You're not going to believe this. The third turtle of the day. He was moving along pretty good. I'm just going by him. I guess he figures I don't see him or something. One thing I've always noticed, I don't see too many snakes out here. Lots of turtles, deer occasionally, one bear, lots of birds, but no snakes. I wonder why.
Gunboats, shadow tankers in the narrow blue. One spark and the world supply runs through. Ceasefire whispers, then the blockade bites. Oil locked away under desert lights. Ticking closer. No time left to lose. Tensions rising, madman tweets ignite the fuse. One wrong word and the whole damn world could lose. From the pump to the sky, the chain is pulling tight. How many days till we vanish in the night? Hormuz horizon, ships turn back, skies go black. Jet fuel running dry, no coming back. Airlines cutting routes, grounded dreams ignite. Summer turns to ashes in the endless night. If the war keeps burning, engineered by reckless hands, this could be the end, the fall of every land. No wings in the air, society unfold. Madman at the wheel, driving us off the world.
And the prices scream while the orders fly. Prices climbing higher, refineries gone quiet now. 6 weeks left in Europe, engines fail somehow. Lufthansa grounded, KLM cuts the pain. Empty terminals, screaming through the pouring rain. Food shelves empty, trucks stall in the glow. One narrow straight decides how far we go. This is the brink, history's final choice. This is the biggest shock the world's ever known. 20% of oil straight into the unknown. IEA screaming greatest crisis in history. Bigger than 7 and 3, this war's insanity. Europe counting hours, 6 weeks of kerosene. Flights dropping like bodies, Ryanair feel the sting. KLM cutting hundreds, summer skies bleed red. If the tanks run empty, watch the whole world end. No more cargo crossing, no more future in the air. One choke point shattering every chain we share. From the park to the runway, lights flickering dim. This energy war, we all burn with them. And it's all unraveling under one man's game.
Hormuz horizon, ships if the tanks run empty and the lights all fade to black? No flights across the ocean, no way to turn it back. Cities crawl and crumble, tempers explode in the street. From the blockade orders to the missiles at our feet. Tweets like thunder, threats of civilization's gone. One madman's gamble, and we're all just pawns before the last spark flies. Almost horizon where the future dies tonight. Jet fuel crisis, unapocalyptic light. If the war continues, engineered by reckless hands, watch the breakdown swallow every hope we plan. Straits on fire, will we learn or seal our fate, or spiral into nothing while the madmen celebrate? Down the frets, reopen the strait wide. Let the tankers flow before the whole world collides. One fragile planet, too connected to destroy. Choose peace over ego, it's our only way to survive. Almost arrived.